Hey guys, welcome and welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to go over in our Learn to Crochet series, the double crochet. So I am a little biased. This is my favorite stitch in crochet. It gives you a nice, light, airy feel, and it is a taller stitch than the half double crochet, what we learned in the video before, and I will link this one in the description as well as on the screen as well. But back to the double crochet, what you'll be learning today. What you'll need for this tutorial is your yarn. I like to have mine in a cake like this so I can easily access it. This is Premier Just Yarn. You will need your darning needle, a pair of scissors, and I have a 5.5 clover crochet hook. Now that hook, if you read the label here, corresponds with this yarn, this full weight yarn here. So whatever yarn you'll use for practice, just make sure you'll read the label and get the correct hook for that yarn. So grab everything you need, come on back, and you'll get to learn how to do the double crochet stitch. Okay, so before we get started with the tutorial, what I'd love to ask you to do is hit that like button if you like videos such as this that gives you step-by-step tutorials of learning to crochet. Also, consider subscribing to the channel if you want a virtual catalog of crochet and knit stitches so that you can use for reference. So, to begin, we are going to do our slip knot. So I will once again link a video into this video here so that you could go back and use it for reference. Okay, so now that we've done our slip knot, we are going to attach that slip knot to our crochet hook. Just make sure that it is not too tight, okay? So for this swatch, this practice swatch, and for the double crochet, what you'll need to do is chain as many stitches as you want lengthwise for your project. So what I'm going to do, it doesn't have to be any set multiple of stitches. So I'm going to do 12 stitches plus an extra 2. So I'm going to have 14 stitches. So I'm going to do that quickly and then come back. Okay. So I have 14 stitches in this chain. So we're just going to go back and count. We don't count what's on the loop that's on our hook. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Always good practice just to go back and count. Okay, so what we're going to do now to do the double crochet stitch is to go into the 4th chain from the hook. So again, we do not count this loop here, okay? So spread things apart so you can see. We're going to count 1, 2, 3, and 4. See where my thumb and middle finger are holding on to that stitch, okay? Now for the double crochet, we're going to yarn over, okay? Make sure our hook is facing down and go right into that 4th stitch from the hook, okay? Then yarn over again, pull through. You should have 3 loops on your crochet hook, okay? We're going to yarn over, have our hook facing down, and then slide through 2 of those loops. You should have 2 loops on your hook. We're going to yarn over again, hook facing down, and slide through the last 2 loops, okay? And that's how you double crochet. So now we have 1, 2 stitches, okay? Move our fingers down and let's go into the next stitch. So we're going to yarn over, go into our next stitch, yarn over again, pull through. You should have 3 loops on your hook. Yarn over, make sure your hook is facing down, pull through 2 loops. Now you have 2 loops on your crochet hook. Yarn over again and pull through those last 2. Okay? So now you have 1, 2, and 3. Okay? Let's just do a few more. Going to yarn over, go into your next stitch, yarn over again, and pull through. You should look like this. Yarn over, pull through 2. Okay? Yarn over, pull through the last 2. Okay? So you should have 1, 2, 3, and 4. And I'm counting like this so you will know how many stitches and you won't lose track. Always count, count, count until you feel comfortable. Okay? Let's go into the next stitch. Yarn over, right into your next stitch, pull through, should have 3, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through the last 2. Okay? One more and then I'll see you at the end of the row. Okay? Yarn over, right into your next stitch, yarn over, pull through, should have 3, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through again. Okay? So practice that until you get to the end of the chain and I'll meet you there. Okay, so we're at our last stitch. So we're going to recount just to make sure we're on the right track, okay? So we're supposed to have 12 stitches. This is our plus 2. That's going to be 1 stitch. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So we're looking good. We need to have 12. This is our last stitch here. And I will grab my darning needle so you can see better. So this is our last stitch here, right in here. Okay. So we're going to yarn over, then right in here, yarn over, pull through. We have 3. Yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through. Okay? So now this is how you should be looking. Okay? So we're going to turn our work and then chain 3. 1, 2, and 3. Okay? All right. So now that we've chained 3, that is going to be our first double crochet, okay? So now that we have our first double crochet, we need 11 more, right? So that's number 1. Then we're going to go right next door and go under our V's right here, our front leg and back leg, okay? So we're going to yarn over, go right in next door, pull through. You should have 3. Yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through. Okay? So now we have 1 and 2. Okay? Let's do one more. Yarn over, flip over so you can see where you're going. You're going under your front and back leg here. So go right underneath, pull through, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through. So now you have 1, 2, and 3. So follow along until you get to your last stitch, and I'll show you what to do on that last stitch. Okay, so you're coming towards your last few stitches. So let's count so we know exactly where we are. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Our goal, remember, is 12. All right. So we have our 11th stitch here. So we're going to yarn over, go right underneath both legs, yarn over, pull through. Should have 2. Yarn over, pull through. And there you have your 11th stitch. But we need to have 12 so that we have our perfect square that we're going for. So you're really going to have to turn your work over and find the stitch, okay? So I'm going to pull this out, and don't be afraid to do this. You're not going to lose anything. This right underneath here is where you want to be. See the 2 legs here? I hope I'm showing you so you can see. If you don't get that one in between there, now you're going to be going inward and you're going to miss a stitch. So that's the 12th stitch that we need. So we could just go right in, back in here, pull down a little bit, turn it over so you can see right where you're going, yarn over, go right in, the 2, yarn over, pull through. It may look wrong at first, but trust me, it's the correct way. Pull through, yarn over, pull through, okay? So now we're even, okay? Turn your work and chain 3. 1, and if it comes out, no worries. 1, 2, and 3, okay? And you just start your row again. So just to recap, you're going to, this is your first stitch here, going to turn, that real estate's already taken. So you're going to go right next door for your next stitch. So we're going to yarn over, go right in both legs here, pull through, have your 3, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through. Now you have 2 stitches. So work your way up, and then I'll show you how to finish off and weave in your ends. So before we bind off, I want to just show you again where you need to go for that last stitch, because that can be very tricky. So you're going to go right in here, right on that edge here, okay? So it can be a little fiddly, so just be patient. And if you have to do just what I did here to create a bigger hole, then do what you need to do. But yarn over, right in there under both legs, yarn over again, pull through, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through, okay? That way you're nice and even, okay? So let's just say that we're done with our swatch, and let me zoom in a little bit more. So let's just say that we are done with our swatch here. So now we're going to just cut, give yourself enough so that you can weave in your ends. So just cut off there. Okay. So then you're just going to yarn over and pull through. Okay. From there, you're just going to take here and squeeze down. Okay. And now you're done with that part. Okay. So now to weave in your ends, how I do it here is I just take my darning needle, wrap around the needle, and then pinch, okay? Slide off. Now you're just going to take that and just wiggle through the eye of your needle and pull through, okay? Makes it a little bit easier. So now I'm just going to turn over and weave in my ends. I can go through here and just take your time and go through here and then go through here and pull through, okay? Don't pull too hard, stretch it out, make sure you're not compromising any of the stitches. Then I can turn, and then I could go back through here, maybe go through here. Doesn't have to be an exact science, and pull, again, not too tight, and then back through here. Okay. All right. Again, make sure it's not too tight. And then once I'm happy with that, I could just take out my needle, set it down, and cut as closely to the swatch as possible without cutting a hole in your work. Okay. Oops. Make sure I do a nice cut. Okay. So just to do that again, going to right over my needle, pinch, slide off. Then I'm going to wiggle right into the eye of the needle and then pull through. Okay. All right. And now let's see where I want to go. I could go right in here. And then right over. And then here. Again, it doesn't have to be perfect. But then stretch out so you're not compromising any of the stitches. And now, just gonna weave my way back. And then in here, maybe. Okay. And then snake my way back through here and here. Okay. All right. I think I'm okay with that. Set it down. And then cut. Oops. Okay. All right. So that's my mini swatch there. Oops. Let me get in the angle here. That's my mini swatch there. And this is my big swatch. So that is how you do the double crochet. So once again, if you like this type of video and you need more instruction on crochet and knit, please consider liking the video and subscribing, and I will see you on the next tutorial. Happy crocheting!